Hi. Wow, you're standing
climbing
up. You're
out of
climbing
it.
on me. Hi. I know. Okay. Let's get this in you. There you go. Sorry, buddy. I had to do it. You got two working pops. I don't know what to do. You don't appreciate being called a pops?
I think it's funny.
We didn't talk to the charities, did we? I won't tag them.
Look up some stuff about Covenant. To, you know what I mean? Like, have some stuff ready to say about the two places.
Okay. Hello, everybody. If you're playing and your team is ready, go ahead and send a thumbs up to Maria on Facebook Messenger. I think we got mostly regulars here tonight, so if everybody's all set, you can go ahead and just let Maria know you're ready. Got plenty of time. Still got about another 13 minutes before we're starting.
Wow, I already got a couple thumbs up.
Great.
It's gotta be a record. Team. Huh? Oh, really? Like extra stuff? Or no?
It's hard to keep track. Probably show some.
Oh. Hey guys, welcome to trivia. We're gonna get started in a couple minutes. If you haven't sent me a thumbs up and your team is ready, give me a thumbs up. If you're still waiting on some team members, no worries. We still have plenty of time. About 10, 12 minutes. Tonight, I want to remind you guys, we announced it last week, and I don't know if we wrote it down. We're not going to have prize money tonight. Because we have two charities, we are going to just split between the two. And if you want to play again on Thursday and try to win yourself some cash, you can absolutely do that. But tonight, we're just going to split between the two charities, okay? Don't forget, if you haven't sent in your $5 registration fee, that's $5, you can Venmo at Andy, A-N-D-Y, dash Gaitens, G-A-I-T-E-N-S. If you want to donate extra, you can do that now. You can do it during the game. We've got a nice chunk of cash for both, just with registrations, but wouldn't it be nice to have a little extra? So you can do that now or during the game. Reminder, tonight's game is only 1 hour long instead of 2. 1 hour long, so from about 7 to 8. We got a couple newbies today, so hopefully we won't have to wait too long. Sometimes they might need a little help. So hopefully we can start as close to 7 on the dot as we can. And with that, only 1 hour tonight. Okay, so get your teams ready. Thumbs up if you haven't done so yet when your team is ready. Oh, yeah, and we have Zito and Andy in your view. I didn't realize they could see you. That's fine. You do, yeah. So you can just watch Andy bottle feeding Zito. Great way to feed a baby. Couple different ways. But a bottle is a great way to feed a baby.
Putting a fruit in an ice cube.
No. Don't Don't have them suck on frozen things. They'll damage their mouth nerves.
I know.
Bottles. Syringes.
Okay. That's
Breastfeeding.
syringe feeding.
A synthetic nursing system.
What's that? Like an IV?
No. A feeding tube, you know?
Sure.
Those are all valid ways to feed your baby.
Right.
With
We're just going
those
right
very interesting and educational tips, sit back and relax.
Clues on the trivia tonight?
Not clues for trivia. Get yourself a drink. Enjoy. I'm personally going to go get a kebab. It's okay. You got time. Is the veg in the oven?
Veg is in the microwave. And just microwave 2 of the cups.
Oh, from yesterday.
Yes.
Lucky you get to hear us owning a home. Being a household. Eating food. For those of you listening, I have a special message if you're a Dearborn resident, a resident of the city of Dearborn. O.L. Smith Middle School has suddenly and abruptly canceled their entire music program for next year. They're cutting it due to budget constraints. I spoke to a parent of a Smith student. Her 8th grader was forced to take double gym electives. Good to get healthy and take gym, but to take double, they don't get to broaden their horizons. And that he had to take double gym because there's a lack of elective offerings in that school. So if you're a Dearborn resident, please have your team captain direct you to a post on my Facebook page where you can submit a comment, if you're a Dearborn resident, a comment or question about why they're cutting that program and maybe why you feel that music should stay at O.L. Smith Middle School. It's one of the biggest middle schools in Dearborn. And it's a shame to cut all music. That would be 0 music or theater offerings for the students there. We already have, I would say, one other middle school, maybe 2, without any music offerings. So we're trying to eliminate that issue, not make it more widespread. So go ahead and check out my Facebook page and fill out that form if you're a Dearborn resident. Oh, yeah, I'm almost certain that one of our teams is our Dearborn residents. I believe Zoom in a room, maybe? Zooming, rooming? What are they called? Zoom. Amanda knows, their team captain. Temple of Zoom. I believe at least one member of theirs is a Dearborn resident. Please fill out that form. I beg of you. Really, I'll do something nice for you. That's not a bribe, by the way. Just maybe some motivation to keep music in our schools. If you're just joining us, if your team is ready for the game to begin, go ahead and send me, Maria LaGrasso Gatens, a thumbs up. Just your team captain, send me a thumbs up. Right now, you can donate to one of our wonderful charities, to the Detroit Justice Center and the Covenant House Academy, by Venmoing Andy at Andy-Gatens or sending to his PayPal. Both of those are on the screen. You can send money there. Yes.
Hello, everybody. We're just going to give a couple more minutes for a few teams we're waiting to sign in on. But we got the bulk of people already sent a message in Maria. If you haven't already, send a thumbs up message to Maria on Facebook Messenger. Let you know that your team is ready to go. This may be a me standing up all game type of game today. We'll see.
Okay, we have some questions about our charities. I'll just give you a brief overview. The Detroit Justice Center was sent to us by some players. It is a nonprofit legal center. It provides bonds, like bail bonds, for protesters who have been arrested and other community leaders who get arrested when they're protesting. They also do some more tangible things, like in terms of programming all the time, not just when we have protests. So they create like economic opportunities for marginalized communities in Detroit. They're trying to change the way we use our prison system here in Wayne County. So, for example, here's a really great statistic found by the City Cited and on the Detroit Justice website, detroitjustice.org. 86 of the people currently held in the Wayne County Jail are there pre-trial. Okay, pre-trial. 86%. So those are people that are not convicted yet, simply charged, and they are spending times out there. How many, I have a question, how many arrests there have been for protesters? I will find that out for you, and that will be announced, okay? As of April 28th in Wayne County, they had, what is this? Calling for release from people so the county jail, this is something they're working on right now, as of April 28th. 847 people were in the Wayne County Jail awaiting trial. Unfortunately, a lot of trials were postponed due to COVID-19. The issue there being, people are sitting in jail, unable to get their trial during a pandemic. Some judges choosing to do Zoom trials, things like that, but not everybody. And so there were 847 people as of April 28th awaiting trial. And there's a lawsuit out for that the Detroit Justice Center is participating in. So that's them. And with that, I'm going to find out that info for you. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about Covenant House. Okay, Covenant House, very briefly, helps homeless teens and young adults in the Detroit area. It's actually a national charity, but we're donating specifically to Detroit. Trafficked and homeless teens. It provides them housing, food, and also an education through the Covenant House Academy, where they don't just earn their GED, but they earn their diploma. And they're able to do that while receiving mental health services, support, and housing. So it's pretty cool. And with that, I think maybe my son is not asleep, but Andy's going to stand and we're going to get started.
Hello, everybody. This is going to be a trivia game where I'm standing. Our frequent members will know that we do have these every once in a while. Normally, Zito's a pretty good boy, but for those of you who are joining us for the first time, Maria and I run virtual trivia just from out of our home in our spare time every week. We're not a professional company, so we don't have any babysitters. So if you hear Zito pipe up with an answer every once in a while, ignore it. Don't let him let you cheat. The answer he's giving you is a lie. It's just him crying. It's not a real answer. Well, as Maria said, we're raising some funds for two great organizations today. She told you all about Detroit Justice Center as well as Covenant House Detroit. Two companies and organizations, rather. Two organizations that will be directly benefiting the people here in Detroit. One who's going to be working with the various bail funds as well as reforming Detroit justice and Detroit laws and Detroit courts. And then another. Okay. And another that's working with the youth to just better the community. Directly. So two great organizations. You said 421? Yeah. All right, and for someone's question earlier, there were 421 people arrested via protests in Detroit in 10 days. In just 10 days, we have 421 arrests from the protests. And Detroit Justice Center is one of the organizations that's helping people out in regards to that. And of course, Covenant House Academy, hopefully empowering the community. So we have the next generation of leaders to help resolve these issues as time goes on. Well, with that, that's our hype for the items. There are a couple things to note about tonight. We're going to go over our trivia quiz. Rules first, and then we're going to hop into it. Hunker in your bunker for 2 rounds. For just 1 round of trivia tonight. Hold on, we got this. There will be 10 questions and then a final mega questions as well as a bonus round. Questions are going to be worth 2 points each unless otherwise stated. We will have some bonus questions as well, so keep an eye out for those. For the final question, you can wager all, some, or none of the points you've earned throughout the game. And whatever team at the end of the final question has the most points will be the winner. Something to note tonight, as we mentioned in our Facebook event, there are going to be no cash prizes tonight. All the money we're raising goes directly to the 2 organizations that we talked about previously, Detroit Justice Center and Covenant House Academy Detroit. So there's not going to be any cash prizes at the end. Everything's going to charity, which just makes everybody playing today even more kinder and generous than normal. So thank you all so much for your generosity and kindness. We already raised a good chunk of change. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Now, in regards to playing the game, you can use any method of communication among your team. You can communicate via Zoom, via Facebook Messenger, Twitch, whatever you want, Discord. I don't know. I can't name them all. However, discussing questions outside of your team of 6 or fewer is forbidden, as well as using your phone, internet, encyclopedia, or other methods of research also forbidden. Please do not cheat. Send your answers to Maria in just 1 message. Again, just have your team leader only. Your team leader is the only communicator. Have your team leader send your answers to Maria. Something to note that there is no takebacks. Once you send an answer, that is it. So make sure you're sure of your answer. Also, something to note is that if it is a multiple answer question, i.e. we have a regular question and a bonus question, just send 1 message to Maria. Don't need to send 2 messages. Just send 1 with a few spaces in between. All right. So as I said today, we are not going to be giving any cash prizes. All the money is going directly to our 2 charities. Due to your generosity, we've already raised $150 for these charities, overall, total, that is. So $75 each so far. Hopefully everybody can continue a little bit more generosity through it. I know Maria and I are going to try to as well. But hopefully by the end of this game, which should only be about an hour today, we're going to have even more for the Detroit Justice Center and Covenant House Academy Detroit. All right. Well, without that, let's go ahead and hop into round 1. We're going to have questions all about Disney movies, the Great Lakes, the World Cup, TV series, math, politics, more math, astrological signs, comics, and classic rock. So these are our 10 categories. Then we're going to have a bonus question and a final round. Again, our round 1 categories are Disney movies, Great Lakes, World Cup, TV series, math, politics, more math, astrological signs, comics, and classic rock. You don't need to memorize these. These are just kind of little hints for you as we hop into it. Speaking of hop into it, let's do just that. Question 1, round 1. A young inventor named Lewis, who was abandoned at an orphanage as a baby, is a main character in what 2007 animated film? A young inventor named Lewis, who was abandoned at an orphanage as a baby, is the main character in what 2007 Disney animated film? You got 2 minutes on the clock. Don't listen to Zito. He's trying to trick you. That's not the answer.
He's got you.
Yeah, he's trying to trick you. Please ignore my awkward swing. It's the only thing I can do. All right, 30 seconds on the clock. Get those answers into Maria. Hi, Shannon.
Oh, we forgot about the chat.
That's right. Sorry, we didn't have a chance to hype up the chat. I think Zudo distracted us for a second. Everybody's welcome to use the YouTube chat. The only rule we have... I guess maybe that's it. Let's steal it back a little bit. Shh, baby. The only thing we ask that you do not put any answers in the YouTube chat. Shit talking, smack talking, everything else is permitted and encouraged. All right, we're at time. And Zito's at wine.
Wow, sorry, everyone.
Sorry, everybody. A young inventor named Lewis, who was abandoned at an orphanage as a baby, is the main character in what 2007 Disney animated film? Maria's going to take over for a second.
Oh my gosh, I bet you're wondering what film. That film is Meet the Robinsons. Oh, I have to click. Meet the Robinsons. Remember this little joke? Here. All right. Poor Zito. Okay. Moving on to question 2. I hope everyone knows this one. Everyone from Michigan. Which of the 5 Great Lakes lies to the western side of the Mackinac Bridge? Which of the 5 Great Lakes lies to the western side of Mackinac Bridge? 2 minutes on the clock, and go ahead and send me your answers. Want to keep score? Do you know how? Wow. That's okay. Or I'll catch up, Andy. That's fine. You can walk around. Sorry. He's had a couple of really good Thursdays. So maybe he's just not used to having trivia on Mondays. I don't know. I believe I swam in this lake. I think at least I've dipped into it. I'm pretty sure. I would say the lake I've swam in, the Great Lake I've swam in the most is a different one. I won't tell you because you'll know the answer. I have not run the game since week one. Yeah. Since week 1. And here we are at week, I don't know, 10, maybe. All right. Just 10 more seconds. I think I have everybody, though. Just about. Yep. Pretty much. Yep, I've got everybody. All right. So which of the 5 Great Lakes lies to the western side of the Mackinac Bridge? And that lake is Lake Michigan. Lake Michigan.
You know, there's nothing disconnecting the lakes.
Yeah, there isn't anything disconnecting the lakes. How come it's considered a different lake? Didn't the lake come before the bridge?
Yeah, good question. We must not have been able to find it.
You know, so. All right, moving on. Question 3. A nice sport question for you. The 2022 FIFA World Cup is scheduled to be played in at least 5 cities, including Doha, in which host country? The 2022 FIFA World Cup is scheduled to be played in at least 5 cities, including Doha, in which host country? 2 minutes on the clock. Go ahead and send me those answers. I'm going to assume no one saw the answer. It is sensitive. No, I believed you that it was sensitive. Not a big sports fan myself. Certainly not soccer.
Name one sport other than soccer.
Can name you a sport other than soccer.
Well, do it.
I'll name one. It's called baseball, if you've ever heard of it.
You made that up.
I never really watched the World Cup, but I traveled to take a teaching course in Ghana in the summer of 2018. Yes. And it was during the World Cup. And I was in the class with people from everywhere around the world. And I will say all of my classmates from South America very, very, very into the World Cup. To the point of almost absurdity, in my opinion. But, I don't know. Some people are big fans. If you like football, what we call soccer everywhere else. Say, football. How do you do this, Andy?
What do you mean? What are you trying to do?
I want the people in the chat to say whether they like football or not. This is something we do in the chat.
Let me think.
If you like football, put in the chat, #SoccerLocker. If you do not like football, put #only a foot tall. I don't know why that's my insult. But so be it. So be it. All right. Time is up. Send me your answers. You've got 10 seconds. Or maybe not. Everybody's got it in, it looks like. Almost. Oh my gosh, TP team. There they go. All right, the 2022 FIFA World Cup is scheduled to be played in at least 5 cities, including Doha. In which host country? That is Qatar. Are you going, Andy? Are you going to go to the 2022 World Cup?
Already got my tickets, baby.
Wow. Question 4. What team? Oh my God, you guys. This is harder than it looks. It's fine. We're going to play like normal. What TV series that aired from 1998 to 2003 was created by Kevin Williamson, who was inspired by his experience as a youth growing up near a stream in North Carolina? What TV series that aired from 1998 to 2003 was created by Kevin Williamson, who was inspired by his experiences as a youth growing up near a stream in North Carolina? 2 minutes on the clock. Oof, I got a lot of good teams. I will tell you right now, if you have a perfect score, you are not alone. If you only got one wrong, you are not alone. Everyone is pretty much tied for first or second place at this time. Yes, yes, yes. Literary and ally, sis. They said that this question is like the free space in bingo. For people who are paying attention, yes, it's kind of like your free space in bingo. If you're not a regular, usually I am just behind the scenes doing the scores. We usually have about, I don't know, almost double what we have tonight, which is totally fine. But that usually consumes pretty much all of me, is keeping score and answering questions. Throwing people in the shame corner for saying I have bad questions. You know, stuff like that. A team asked me last week how long it takes me to make this game. Well, I made a half game today, and it took me about 2 hours. So I'd say a full game takes me about 4. So that's why I put people in the shame corner. Now you've learned a little bit more about me. What TV series aired from 1998 to 2003 and was created by Kevin Williamson, who was inspired by his experiences as a youth growing up near a stream in North Carolina? The answer to that is Dawson's Creek. Dawson's Creek. So Andy's going to give it a shot. Come on back. If you liked me better than Andy, put hashtag hostess with the mostest. If you liked Andy better, put Andy is dandy. And we'll see you'll know who wins by who is hosting on Thursday.
Hello, yes. Sorry, everybody. Zito was being rude. He's not rude anymore. Let's move on to question 5. The Avogadro constant is a number closely... Avogadro number. Hostess with the mostest. The Avogadro constant is a number closely related to which of the 7 base units in the International System of Units? Again, question 5. The Avogadro constant is a number closely related to which of the 7 base units in the International System of Units?
This is why you read the game before it begins.
I did not read the game before it begins today. My mistake. I was preoccupied with other things. Wow. Amanda's getting me out of here.
Yes, Amanda.
Wow.
She knows. She knows.
Long-time trivia host since game 2, and I'm getting ousted so quick. Well, it was the co-host of game 1, I suppose. Maria's on it for 10 seconds as I'm watching over precious baby Zito, and they just want me out.
Glorner. I like that.
She can't come up with the incredible hashtag competitions like I can, though.
You didn't say Glorner. That was
Glorner?
someone's watching from a team that's not playing tonight.
Oh, what's Glorner? Sorry, I missed it. Oh, I see. Someone commented Glorner.
Yeah, from quarantine. No quarantine tonight. What's TP gonna do?
Yeah, TP team doesn't have their
Who's their new rival?
Their rival. I don't know. Are they really? I don't know if they're going to fight for it. I mean, because again, this is really trivia in its purest form. This is purely on a bragging rights level. You're not going to get anything by winning other than, you get to say you're better than everybody. There's no money motivating you today. Speaking of money, I have an update on how much funds we've raised. We're only halfway through our little mini trivia game, and we've already raised $300. Woo-hoo! Congratulations, everybody. Thank you so much for your kindness. I'm optimistic that before we get to the bonus, what?
I'm so happy.
Oh, good. Yes, Maria's happy, and I'm happy. I'm optimistic we can get to $350 before our bonus round. If you haven't donated yet, if your team's donated, but maybe you haven't gotten a chance to donate yet, no amount is too small. Okay, sorry. Because of how Venmo and PayPal works, it does have to be at least $1. But any amount at $1 or higher is not small. We got 30 people watching the feed right now. If everybody just sends in $1, that's an extra $30. So if you haven't donated anything yet today, I'd encourage you maybe send $1, $2, $5, whatever you can afford. I know it's a weird time. We're all,
$4,000.
if you can afford $4,000, you're certainly welcome to. I'm not asking of big increments like that. I'm talking about the small numbers. You got 15 seconds left on the clock. Get those answers in. Tell me all about that Avogadro constant. And then when you're done answering the question, consider sending a little extra money to us so we can help raise some funds. Yeah, let me go ahead and I'm going to post the donation link in there one more time. You can do it via PayPal or Venmo. If you don't have either of those, let me know and you can send it to me an alternate way as well. All right, so the Avogadro constant is a number closely related to which 7 base units in the International System of Units? That would be the mole. We all learned about moles in class at some point, maybe. It's not the kind underground. It's the kind that they put on the little periodic table of elements. There he is. There's Doug thinking about the mole. Anyways, we got 5 questions, a bonus question, and a final question. Let's go ahead and see if we can get down to $350 for these great nonprofit organizations. Let's get it. Let's break that 350 barrier. You're already all so close. Question 6. Gary Johnson was the presidential nominee in 2012 and 2016 for which political party? Gary Johnson was the presidential nominee in 2012 and 2016 for which political party? I thought Zeta was chiming in, but he doesn't have anything to say. For now. A few mutters here and there. All right, everybody. Got a little bit longer, just another 30 seconds to get those answers in. Gary Johnson was a presidential nominee in 2012 and 2016 for which political party? Maria suggested that people send in $4,000. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Maria was clearly doing so in jest, I imagine. No, I don't think anybody's complaining, but somebody took it maybe a little bit more to heart because we have shot past $500. So thank you all so much for your generosity. That was not the mid-game kind of skip I was expecting to see, but no, we are past $500 for these 2 great organizations, Covenant House Detroit, as well as the Detroit Justice Center. But let's take a break from thinking about them for a second and the great deeds that they do. Let's talk about Gary Johnson and what he was the presidential nominee in 2012 and 2016, and for which political party that was. That'd be the Libertarian Party. The Libertarian Party, of course, Gary Johnson, known primarily for his rock climbing and then secondarily for his politics. There he is, as elegant as ever, scaling the walls of what I assume is Mount Rushmore. Moving on to question 7. In the U.S., what number has 3 more zeros than 1 trillion? Please do not use numbers in your main answer. In the U.S., Well, that's what you asked.
You looked at me like I was...
No. In the U.S., what number has 3 more zeros than 1 trillion? Please do not use numbers in your main answer. Bonus, type out this number using only numbers. by which we're attempting to say, please give the written word form of what value has 3 more zeros than 1 trillion.
What?
I think everybody gets it, right? Don't write it out with numbers.
And then write it out with numbers.
And then for the bonus, write it out with numbers.
Yep.
Yeah, great.
This is a fun question.
This is a fun question. Here's the thing. We told you there were going to be 2 math-related questions. Now, lucky for you, we're not making you do math. Although we probably will soon again. People actually seem to like the math questions.
Maybe we should just have a math. Is there like
A math quiz?
Like
Is there a math theater?
A math
Normally we're raising, for those of you who are joining us for the first time, normally Maria and I raise funds for nonprofit performing arts, theaters and venues and organizations in the Detroit area. But with our current climate, we wanted to do something a little special. So for those of you who are joining us, if you join us next Thursday or this upcoming Thursday, we're going to be going back to our theater-driven format. But
Guys,
if you know a math theater,
this is how everyone is sending their answer. No commas, you guys.
no commas. Oh, come on. Well,
Listen.
Hot
you know
take.
what?
Hot take. Are you going to take comments?
Open Book just sent me with commas. Thank you, Open Book.
Made it easier for you to read.
Yeah.
Okay.
Temple of Zoo. Thank you. Love you.
Again, if you're talking about the main answer, you're not going to use commas in the main answer. But if you're using the bonus question, and again, there's no harm in giving the bonus
I
question.
gotta count these like I'm crazy.
Oh boy, this one's going to slow Maria down.
Yeah.
Now, if you ever wonder why I'm typically holding Zito or have Zito in the little papoose when we get started and not Maria, it's because Maria needs all the hands she can get. Ideally, she'd have 2 extra hands for
I usually
crunching
have
all these numbers.
3 devices to do this.
Yeah, she normally has her tablet, her phone, and her computer. Because she has to read the answers that are coming in. She has to plug the if they got it right or wrong, or if there's bonus on the spreadsheet and her little algorithm or calculator. And then I think she uses a third one to see what the YouTube comment sections are saying to encourage the garbage talking. Shannon, thanks for sending with commas. We appreciate it. Oh, if we didn't just to clarify one more time, we'll give you another minute because we have a few people
Well, it's more like
asking. You'd be writing it out just as we wrote out 1 trillion. The main answer is going to be like that. It's going to be akin to 1 trillion. However, the bonus would be only using numbers, i.e. writing out 1000.
I didn't think it would be this hard to grade this.
Okay. Is it hard to grade or?
When they don't use it.
I see. Without the commas throwing off. Tell you what,
That's okay.
we'll keep it in mind. You know what? She wouldn't know. I'm going to move on because we're at time. But we'll keep that in mind for next time. We'll make commas mandatory. Every comma you use, you get an extra point.
Yeah.
All right. In the U.S., what number has 3 more zeros than 1 trillion? Please do not use the numbers. Oh, I don't need to say that. Bonus, type out this number using only numbers. It'd be quadrillion. Quadrillion is the answer we were looking for. The bonus should have looked something like that with or without commas. All right, Maria's going to take a second to tally up that, but we're going to move on to the next question. Question 8. Which astrological sign occurs after Cancer and before Virgo? Question 8. Which astrological sign occurs after Cancer and before Virgo?
You know what? I did say only numbers. I didn't say to include.
Maria's getting a little
That's really
bite
my
back.
bad. That's okay. I'm not in the Shorner for this.
We're putting Maria in the Schwerner?
I could put myself in the Shorner if I wanted. I guess.
Great. The donations are still rolling in. Thank you all so much. I'm doing another tally because, we got people sending PayPal and Venmo. I'm going to put my information there again. For those of you who don't have it, let me know. If you still want to donate, let me know. And I'll happy to, work with you if you want it through another system. So I'm just doing my quick tally again. Think about these beautiful zodiac signs. Zito's room nursery has a little constellation theme. We threw some zodiac symbols in there. Zodiac's fun, not something you should use to decide if you should get medical treatment, but, you know, fun for other things. If you're joining us for the first time, thanks for playing again. We have another game on Thursday. We have our full Thursday game. That's one where we got a little bit more polish, and it's going to be a 2-hour game, 2 rounds, and that one we do have cash prizes if you want to take that home. 15% for second place, 35% for first place. No cash prizes today. Everything we are raising is going to be going directly between. We're going to split it between the Detroit Justice Center and Covenant House Academy. Due to your generosity, I will say we are officially at $700. $700. So, wow. Thank you all so much for your kindness. We got a lot of big donors playing today, which is incredible. Don't, just because you're hearing that huge number, $700. If you have just $2, $5, and you haven't had a chance to donate, and you have the means to do so, again, I know a lot of jobs are being limited. If you don't have the opportunity to donate, that is perfectly fine. We want to make sure that you are staying safe first. But if you do have the means to donate and you haven't done so already, just consider sending in $1, $5, $10. It's really 2 incredible organizations. You don't have to take our word for it. Go and visit their websites. Unfortunately, with our limited time, we don't have enough time to hype them up as much as we normally would. If there's a non-Venmo option, go ahead and after the game, send a message to Maria, or during the game, send a message to Maria, or send a message to me on my email there that I posted. That's at PayPal, and we'll work something out. Our other Venmo option is PayPal right now.
I can figure it out if you message me.
If you message Maria, what your team leader is doing, she can sort it out. All right. Which astrological sign occurs after Cancer and before Virgo? That will be Leo. We're looking for Leo, the lion. If you're a Leo here, go ahead and put a hashtag Leo Pleaso. If you're not a Leo, go ahead and just put a hashtag whatever
Leo,
astrological sign.
Leo,
no. I don't know.
Gosh.
Not our best
We're
work.
not doing
Not our
Thursday.
best work. No, it's been a long day. Question 9. What comic strip title character who debuted in 1951 is a 5.5-year-old boy who usually wears a striped shirt and overalls? Question 9. What comic strip title character who debuted in 1951 is a 5.5-year-old boy who usually wears a striped shirt and overalls? A little under 2 minutes on the clock. Absolutely. All right. Minute 15 left on the clock, which may be the same amount of time we have before Zito has another meltdown. He's doing okay today. As I think I was saying in there earlier, I know we have a few first timers, which is great. Happy to see you here. If we gave an air of professionality, it's completely false. Maria and I. No. We're doing very well, but I think we've had people give us a rate and review on our Facebook, which is a real treat.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, not necessary. Well, it's fun to do, but not necessary. Maria and I are just volunteering our time trying to raise some funds here. Precious baby Zito gets in on the action sometimes. You got 30 seconds left on the clock, unrelated. Go ahead and get me those answers in to Maria. Think about all those great comic strip title characters that you read about. And, of course, we all still get the Freep delivered to our house every Sunday. Think about those funny pages. I think we will now that they've had such incredible footage. Mandy knocks it out of the park with that live stream every night. Of course. Sure. What comic strip title character who debuted in 1951 is a 5.5-year-old boy who usually wears a striped shirt and overalls? That'd be Dennis the Menace. Answer we're looking for is Dennis the Menace. Looking real sharp. No? Okay, email's fine. All right, moving on to question 10. This is our last regular question of the game before we go into our bonus and finals. Brian May, John Deacon, and Roger Taylor were 3 of the 4 members of what band at the time of the release of their 15 studio albums between 1973 and 1995? Brian May, John Deacon, and Roger Taylor were 3 of the 4 members of what band at the time of the releases of their 15 studio albums between 1973 and 1995? You got 2 minutes on the clock to get us that answer. Think it over with your team. Consult your musical expert.
You know, my computer's too slow.
It's fine. I got it. And as we've talked about the Detroit Justice Center, one of the other organization that we're currently raising for is the Covenant House Academy. While they are a national organization, we are going to be working specifically with their Detroit chapter. A really incredible organization, just a lovely nonprofit. They help a lot of homeless youth in the area. They help a lot of youth who were affected by trafficking, which is a really incredible thing. One of the reasons we chose them is that they are working directly with at-risk youth and working with high school dropouts and helping people get a high school diploma and housing them, feeding them, and helping them grow so that they can better their community. They do have an incredible rate. Just a really, really lovely organization overall. We're going to bring up a little bit more information about them, but before we do, take note that you got 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left to get that answer in. All right, we're at time for question 1. Brian May, John Deacon, and Roger Taylor were 3 of the 4 members of what band at the time of releases of their 15 studio albums between 1973 and 1995? That'd be Queen. Answer we're looking for was Queen. If you had your musical expert on the team, or if you saw Bohemian Rhapsody last year, there you go. Bad film overall.
I'll say it.
We'll say it. That's right. Come and fight us. All right, we're going to hop on over to bonus challenge. Who do you want to take?
I got it. Okay, our bonus game today has to do with anagrams. Okay, you get 2 extra points per correct answer. Send me them in one message. Just one message, please. All right. So, decipher the anagram to reveal the names of a U.S. state capital city. 1, Dime Noses. 2, Scary Tonic. 3, Temple Iron. And 4, Gory Moment. Imagine if the capital cities were called, well, those. That would be ridiculous. So, tell me the real names, please. 2 minutes on the clock. Here we go. Send me those answers. Wow, what a crab. Yesterday, Zeta was baptized. Champion. We're Catholic, and the priest pours water over their head. And puts oil on their forehead and oil on the top of their head. And he has to be held the whole time, kind of facing everybody. And he was a champion. He didn't cry at all during any pictures or the ceremony or anything. So he was really good. But he's not being good now. And he was good all day, too. I hung out with some of our regular team, Kevin and the Zits. You might remember them from winning all the time on Thursdays. So I went over there, and he was pretty good. Pretty good. Of course, they have a baby as well who was a literal angel in a dream. So shout out to Kevin and the Zits and their baby. Wow, I don't know if you can hear him crying, but he is one angry baby. One angry baby. I said 2 minutes, but really I meant 3. In which case you have 1 minute left, you guys. 1 minute left. And I hope you can still see the screen, because all of a sudden my stuff is going every which way. Okay. You've got about 40 seconds, so make sure you're getting those in, guys. Oop, 30 seconds left. Ah, 10 seconds. You guys turn them in. And with that, that's going to be time. So here's our anagrams, right? We are looking for these capital cities in the United States. Okay, they're still coming in. Come on. Okay, I'm going to stop taking them in 3 seconds. TP team, you're killing me. 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right, here we go. So here are those 4 cities. Des Moines, the capital of Iowa. Carson City, the capital of Nevada. Montpelier. Oh my gosh, I'm messing with my head right now. Vermont. And Montgomery, Alabama. Okay, our final question. The theme is Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You can wager all, some, or none of your points. Oh gosh, wowee. Don't send me your wagers yet. Let me finish these scores really quick. It'll take me a minute and a half. And converse with your team about how awesome our charities are tonight. Okay. If you're really looking for a pick-me-up, if you go on the Covenant Academy Detroit, the Covenant House Academy website for Detroit, you'll see some great pictures from their high school graduation last year. And if you want to know more about why it's so important to give our young people a high school diploma instead of a GED, which I would say most nonprofits do offer GED programs, which are awesome. But I think it's so special that this nonprofit offers, sorry, I'm also scoring, also offers a high school diploma. It opens up so many doors, including the ability to apply to four-year universities, more scholarship opportunities, a better chance of getting into trade schools. That's really less about Covenant House Academy and more about why it's important to support them and nonprofits like them. And we've just chosen Covenant House Academy Detroit because I've been to some fundraisers for them before, and we have friends and family that donate to them. If you want to know where that school is, they do have a couple, but the one I've seen the most is kind of near Mexican Town in southwest Detroit. So you can kind of head over there for a nice drive and see where they are at. All right. Okay, here are your scores tonight. You can wager all, some, or none for your final question, the theme of which is Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So here you are. Tim is Thinking has 24 points. Open Book Starcatchers have 30. Oh, hiccup, sorry. Open Book Starcatchers have 30 points. TP Team has 20 points. Temple of Zoom, 24 points. Oh, sorry. Let's Meet at the Theater, 30 points. Literary Analysis, 22 points. Kevin and the Zits, 30 points. You're a Quizzard, Harry, 21 points. Here for Beer, 14 points. Are We the Baddies, 23 points. Scott's Tots, 17 points. Last week's winners, 24 points. Waiting for Fauci, 30 points. Mothra's Minions, 19 points. 4 Jews in a Room Bitchin', 24 points. If you think I got your score wrong, message me. I'll recheck it for you. It looks like we've got quite the tie for first place here. I've got what? Let's see. 4 teams, I think, with perfect scores. 4 teams. Wow. I'm amazed. So send me those wagers, and when try to get them in the next minute and a half, and then we can start the final question. I am not without fault, so thank you for your corrections and being so nice so nobody has to go into the Shorner. Shorner, of course, is the shame corner. Shame corner. No one's shame tonight.
Well,
Oh, did our YouTube stream stop? How do I know?
Go to the YouTube page.
Where? Over here?
No, it should be open. Unless it got closed somehow.
This? Oh, here it is. Oh, nope, it's not stopped.
It's live.
I want to give a little bit of an update. Okay, we have $702 tonight. Okay, that's $351 per charity. That's awesome, you guys. We still have one question. Could we get to 8? Wouldn't that be wild?
That would be pretty dang wild.
I think we could probably get to 8 if... How many do we have? 40 people watching. How about this? We have 40 people watching. If everybody gives one more dollar, okay, if everybody gives one more dollar, that's $340. I'm sorry. Listen. Listen. If everybody gives $2, we'll be at $780, and I will donate the extra 20, and we'll get to 80. We'll get it to $800. How does that sound? Oh my gosh, we're losing viewers by the second. No. Oh my gosh. Listen, how about this? If we get to $375, I will bump it up to oh my god, I can't even speak. If we get to $775, I will bump it up to $800. As you can see, I was not born to be a YouTube star, cannot speak, but get to $775, I will get to $800. Okay. Here's your final question. I know that I'm quiet. Here we go. The inaugural class of the Rock and Roll Hall of Famers in 1986 included 6 black artists. They were Chuck Berry, Fats Domino, Sam Cooke, Ray Charles, Little Richard, and What Man, who passed away on Christmas Day in 2006. Okay, the inaugural class of the Rock and Roll Hall of Famers in 1986 included 6 black artists. They were Chuck Berry, Fats Domino, Sam Cooke, Ray Charles, Little Richard, and What Man, who passed away on Christmas Day in 2006. Okay, I'll give you 3 minutes. Send your money. Send your answers. And make sure it gets to 775 so we can pop it back up to 800. Thank you. I'm failing. Come on, Z. 820. Guys, you have about a minute left. Finish up. You have a minute left. Oof. Hey, Andy. Can you get a tiebreaker for me? Thank you. All right, you have 15 seconds. 15 seconds. 15 seconds. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's already a for sure tie. A for sure tie. So don't go away, because many of you will have to participate in a tiebreaker. You've got about 10 seconds to get that answer in. I'll give literary and ally sis about 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. The inaugural class of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Why can't I not read that? I'm going to try again. The inaugural class of the Rock and Roll Hall of Famers in 1986 included 6 black artists. They were Chuck Berry, Fats Domino, Sam Cooke, Ray Charles, Little Richard, and what man who passed away on Christmas Day in 2006, and that man was James Brown. James Brown. Here are your final scores. Don't go anywhere, however. Tim is Thinking, 28 points. Open Book Starcatcher, 60 points. TP Team, 40 points. Temple of Zoom, 52 points. Let's Meet at the Theater, 60 points. Literary and Ally Sis, 22 points. Kevin and the Zits, 60 points. You're a Quizzard, Harry, 39 points. Here for Beer, 28 points. Are We the Baddies? 0 points. Scott's Tots, 40 points. Last week's winners, 48 points. Waiting for Fauci, 60 points. Mothra's Minions, 0 points. And 4 Jews in a Room, bitchin', 24 points. So I have a 4-way tie for first. With perfect games tonight. Okay, with Waiting for Fauci. Oh, this just in. We got to 775, so you know what that means? I'm going to get up to 800. But just kidding. We had already gotten to 800. I'm still going to keep my promise. And so we're at 825. $825 at this time. So we still have, a bonus question to me that says bonus donations. Bonus donations. How many teams do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15. 15 teams. In the honor of 15 teams, I'm hoping to get 2 donations of $15. That's what I'm looking for tonight. Okay. So here we go. Open book star catchers. Let's meet at the theater. Kevin and the Zits. And waiting for Fauci. We have a final question for you. And here it is. And here it is.
Quincy Jones has the most Grammy nominations. Quincy Jones has won 28 Grammys. Without going over, how many Grammy nominations has Quincy Jones received? Again, Quincy Jones has won 28 Grammys, acclaimed record producer and artist. Quincy Jones has won 28 Grammys. Without going over, how many Grammy nominations has Quincy Jones received?
It's in the chat.
We are putting that question in the chat. We don't have a slide for you. But keeping into the similar category as our final answer. So again, if you're looking for, well, it's similar.
And you know what, guys? I'm going to give you 2.5 minutes on there. 2.5 minutes, okay?
Sorry, I'm still holding Precious Baby Zito. So again, we're looking for a closest without going over. Price is Right rules.
You know what? I know there's no prize money tonight, but if you win tonight, I'm going to do something special for you if you play on Thursday. So for that game, you're going to get a little bit of a, we'll call it an edge up. Okay? We'll call it an edge up for the game on Thursday for our first and second place winners. I will notify you about what that is when I decide what it is and in private message. Before. One minute left. Oh, I'm sorry. 1 minute left. 1 minute left. I asked and you delivered. Kind of. Yes? Almost. I said, can we get 2 more $15 donations? We hopped from $8.25 up to $8.50. $25. So, honestly, you guys, I'm still $5. I'm still $5 short. Who can give $5 more? I know somebody can give $5 more. Also, thank you so much for your generosity, you guys. This is by far our most successful fundraiser yet.
With half the work.
With half the work. So why have I been making double the length of game? What am I doing?
And honestly, Maria's been carrying a whole game herself, basically.
That's okay. And you know what? That's all right. But, so 10 seconds left, 10-ish, 20-ish. Yeah, 20-ish. So make sure you get that answer into me, please, if you are part of the tie here. And thank you very much. We're at 8:55. Thank you. This is actually going to be last call for donations. We're at 8:55. We're past that halfway point. I think we can get to 9 if we really try. So, but this is kind of almost last call for donations. So try to throw us up to 9. That would be crazy. It would be wild. It'd be great to give that nice big chunk of $450 and 0 cents down to the Detroit Justice Center and to Covenant House Detroit. Okay, that would be awesome. And let me calculate this. It's this number, right?
That is the correct answer, yes. Without going over,
Yeah. Okay, I have a winner and a second place. All right, so here we go. I'm going to tell you guys what each team guessed, all right? And I wonder if what you guessed in kind of your head, right? In order from least to most, Let's Me to the Theater guessed that he got 45 Grammys. Sorry, I know everybody by their captain name, and I don't always know them. Waiting for Fauci guessed 60 Grammys. Kevin of the Zits gets 69 Grammys, probably because they're trying to be funny. Oops. And the Open Book Starcatchers guessed 80 Grammys. And the correct answer was 80 Grammys. So with that, Kevin and the Zits, as almost always, squeaks out second place. And Open Book Starcatchers ended up with first place. Nice job, you guys. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. We love our Thursdays. We love supporting the arts in Detroit. But lately, we've just been called to do a little bit more for slightly different community within our own Metro Detroit area. And with that, we got Detroit Justice Center and Covenant House Academy Detroit. Thank you guys so much for your generosity. It is unparalleled to have some of the same teams week after week after week donating. We have a lot of theater professionals. And a lot of them are out of work right now, and that does not stop them from donating and making sure that their community is taken care of. So with that, this was a great game tonight. I thank you guys so much. Okay, we ended up with $855. I could not be more pleased tonight. With that, we're going to enter the post game. Kevin and the Zits and Open Book Starcatchers, I'm going to message you sometime between now and Thursday to tell you what your prize is. Yeah, to what your prize is. And I just want to let everybody know we chose these charities because Black Lives Matter. They matter now more than ever. There are a lot of people vocally against that community and against those protests, and we felt really strongly about doing this. So we want to thank you for your support, especially of the Black community in our Metro Detroit area. There is a request for the baby. What is he doing? He's sleeping. If you stay long enough, you're probably going to see him. So this is the post game. This is where we're at. And, I do have a number of people in my head, and I will keep talking until that number goes down. It just went up, and that's okay. I guess we'll talk a little bit about what you can do in your community. You might be wondering, can I do more? Can I do more than just donate to this one trivia game? The answer is yes. There are protests almost every single day in many suburbs and the city of Detroit. If you're not from the Metro Detroit area, there are tons of stuff there. We've had a suggestion to donate to Black and Brown Theater. We did do a fundraiser for them last month, but perhaps we can do one again So here's a couple different things you can do. Black and Brown Theater is a wonderful group. Right now, they're taking submissions for monologues. So if you are a writer, you want to write a monologue, you can support. You can support them. Oh wow, I guess we're gonna show the baby. No. I don't think people like to hear crying babies, but I could be wrong. Could be wrong. I don't like crying babies. Maybe you do. I don't know. Okay. Well, my bad. What else can you do? You can head out to a protest in your metro area, in your small town, in your suburb of Detroit. If you want somebody to go with you, I'm usually down. If it's a spread out enough area, I'll even come walking with Zito. So that's really fun. The other things you can do are continue to support Black-owned businesses in your community. You can do other things like think twice before you call the police on a Black member of your community. Are they really doing something wrong? I don't know. If they're not doing something that's really hurting you, maybe think twice before calling the police. What other things can we do? Support funding education instead of the police force, or in lieu of the police force. Education is facing a huge budget cut this upcoming year, and even in this year. Oh, I still have a number in my head. Oh, good night, Raina. Ooh, man. My baby is mad. He's mad. Education is facing huge cuts. They're still cutting money from this year. We're not even finished with it yet, and they're thinking about cutting money, which means everybody's going to be at a deficit come July 1st when the fiscal year starts. So think about calling and urging that maybe we don't need that military grade vehicle. Maybe we don't need like a huge supply of tear gas. Maybe we need more mental health professionals in our schools. Maybe we need our kids to have adequate elective choices and educated teachers, so we don't have to depend on things like Teach for America. Maybe we need certified educated instructors. Wow. I'm not trying to rant. I'm kind of doing what Andy does right at the end of the game where he just keeps talking. It's kind of hard. I'm trying to think what else. My school district, O.L. Smith, one of the middle schools in my school district, has announced that this year, or for next year, they're going to eliminate all music programs. They recently, last year, eliminated the theater program. 2 years before that, the choir program. Lots of parents upset. Even attending theater programs in other schools. And the school district not even providing transportation for that. There are teachers ready and willing to teach. I know that at Smith, we have parents posting right now in their PTA page that a lot of their kids were forced to take double gym last year because there weren't enough elective choices. There's no reason there shouldn't be enough elective choices for kids to participate in the arts. It breaks my heart. So I guess here's what I'm saying. You're not a Dearborn resident. What can I do? Check out your own community. Check out where you pay taxes. Are those schools providing enough electives, especially electives in the arts, for everyone to participate in? Next year when we face budget cuts, what are they cutting? Are they cutting admin salaries? Or are they laying off teachers and eliminating electives or mental health services for students? Important questions to ask. Keep an eye out, especially if you lived where a lot of marginalized communities might go to school. I like to go online and look at the list of the Title I schools. It means they have a majority of students that live below the poverty line or receive free and reduced lunch. So we live in Hazel Park schools, and we have Title I schools here. And I always keep an eye out because those are the students that need these opportunities the most. And I want to make sure that these students have those choices. We're also a school of choice district. So we get students from Detroit who want to avoid charter schools. We won't talk about that tonight. If you want to talk about charter schools, go ahead and message me. Covenant House technically is a charter school, but of course that fits a need that the public schools can't provide. Not all charter schools do that. So we get a lot of students from Detroit that come into Hazel Park schools in order to receive an education, and I want those kids to have that education. They have a wonderful theater program run by a wonderful theater professional named Taylor Johnson. Wow, I just still have a lot of viewers. Okay. Taylor Johnson, who does a great job. If you live in a more affluent district and you want to support the arts, take a look at who's running those theater and music programs. Are they educated individuals? Are they people that know the craft? Are they educators? Or are they just volunteers? If they're volunteers, that's okay. But think about how you can boost those programs by employing professionals in the area. I'm trying to think what else. I've attended 3 Black Lives Matters rallies so far, protests. 2 in Ferndale, 1 in Detroit. All 3 were successful and empowering. If you haven't had a chance to protest yet, I highly recommend. I highly, highly recommend. It's empowering. Even when you wear a mask and social distance, it's empowering to be in that group and understand that, the issues in your community are not just yours. They're widespread. You're not crazy for thinking there's problems. What other interesting things?
I'm sorry, what are we talking about? I just got here.
I don't know. I still have more viewers. More than double the amount of viewers with the number in mind.
Great thing. If you can't go to the big protests down in Detroit, try to find one in your own local area. Really? Oh, we already talked about that? Okay. Well, suburb Michigan, suburbia Detroit is, a place where a lot of this unfairness is propagated. So it's incredible that so many cities are having protests now. Maria already covered all this, so I don't know. Here's Zito. He's great. He's happy now. It's been a real grump.
Does he look grumpy, you guys?
Well, he's doing better now. Sorry I couldn't help out much, Maria.
It's okay.
I wish I missed seeing the chat, seeing all the friendly faces and comments. So, to all those who are still here, I missed you.
We are down to the number that I needed, and with that, I'm going to go attend a virtual school board meeting and stand up for protecting the rights in Dearborn Public Schools. Please check your local school district and protect those programs. Do not cut services next year for students. Cut positions that are needless and administrative salaries. Thank you, and have a great night.
Have a great night. Bye-bye.